Hello card people, how are you doing? We are at Dark Side again, if you can see it over there. We are going to check out their bins. I still haven't gone through them all. I'm hoping they have some new stuff. It's gonna be a good time looking for deals that I can put on eBay, and also my Whatnot auction, which I do like once or twice a week with singles. I have a $15 code below if you guys want to check it out, but wish me luck. Let's see what we get. How's it going?
How you doing today?
Pretty good, man. This is why it pays to go and check your local sports card shops. Often they get new merchandise in. This is fresh from a card show. They're only asking 50 cents a card. Lots of good stuff in here. Love these film strip cards. Anything that's interesting and unique, that's WWE. These, I believe, are 2006 threads. Old Tom Brady stuff I'm going to get. Aaron Rodgers, what's that, second or third year Aaron Rodgers. Definitely going to pick that up. You know, these are all numbered Donald Driver from 2007, numbered to $8.59. I think I got that at $5 or $6 on eBay. This is an Ed Reed Hall of Famer, numbered. Going to pick that up. I ended up putting this Michael Strahan back. Pretty cool. But this one I definitely got. David Tyree, the catch from the Super Bowl back in the day. That one I think I posted at $7 or $8. This is a great card at 50 cents. This is a Tom Brady numbered to $2.99. When I posted it, it was the lowest on eBay at $20. Van Jefferson, I pick up these jersey cards typically for my Whatnot auctions. That's a cool color match, Joe Montana. All about the cool look there. 50 cents. This sold in like 1 or 2 days for $10 plus shipping, numbered to $2.88. UFC, technically a rookie of one of the guys on there. All these Trevor Lawrence rookies, I buy Trevor Lawrence all day at this price, 50 cents or $1, and I put them on my Whatnot auction. They tend to sell pretty well there. I ended up passing on this Micah Parsons right here, but I did get this Deion Sanders 95 Finest. When I posted it, it was the lowest on eBay at around $5, free shipping. I feel like a lot of people would have overlooked these cards in the 50-cent bin, but they just came out Big League 2023 like last week, and these inserts are awesome. They're all of great players. We got some good rookies like Brett Batty. These wild style inserts might be my favorite insert this year so far, and they all are selling decent. Some of these have already sold. I'll have them pop up with the prices they sold at. They're not going to be big money wins, but they are going to sell fast. I think I've sold, like I said, several already, and even more will sell with time. I did sort through and only pick the bigger names: Shohei, Bobby Witt, Bo Jackson's a no-brainer, you know, in 80s and 90s. Legend, Juan Soto. Once again, these wild styles inserts are insane. 8-bit ballers. We got a Devers and another one of these wild style Brett Batty rookie. Those were awesome. So coming up here in a second, I glossed over a monster find. I didn't realize how good it was. I did pick it up. I realized it was a good deal for 50 cents. It wasn't this Darius Mile or this Nathan Knight, but it was this Ken Griffey Jr. Cooperstown Pacific card. Check out how much this is worth. Hey, it's Kerry from the future, and I have found some stuff out about that Pacific Cooperstown Ken Griffey Jr. I was thinking maybe a $5, maybe a $10 card if I was lucky. But I'm looking at two factors when I'm trying to determine the price right now. First off, what it sold for. It sold for recently on auction at $41 plus shipping. But in my opinion, for a rare card like that, that is not the total story, and honestly not necessarily what it's worth. Right now, there are two on eBay other than mine, and they're priced at around $100 or more. So we know it's sold on bid at $41, and people are asking buy it nows at $100 or more a piece. I put mine up at $100 OBO, or best offer. We're going to see how it does. I anticipate it selling for less than that, but maybe I'll get lucky and get full price. Now, I think this is an interesting thing about the sports card market, and this is something that I recognize selling, you know, the regular stuff I sell day to day. It's not just what it sold for recently on eBay, it's also what the current asking price is, especially if it's a rare card. There's not many of these out there, and if one sold at 41, but the other people are asking 100 plus, if anybody wants it right now, they're gonna have to pay 100 plus, or, you know, send me an offer, right? Which I'm willing to take. And I anticipate, like I say, it going for less than 100. But right now, if you want that card, that's how you're going to have to get it, because there's nothing else available. If you have a generic Justin Herbert, you know, rookie card or something like that, you look at the comps, because that's selling every day, and there's a lot of, movement. But with a card that isn't moving that much, you know, you can kind of name your price a little bit, or at least hold out for a higher price, which is what I'm going to do on this. I'm always looking for 90s stuff that is numbered. This is numbered to 3,500. Honestly, wasn't the greatest pick, not worth a ton. This was low numbered to 120, so I picked that up. These right here are Topps Vintage. They do them every year, and they're numbered to 99. Those are typically decently priced, so I picked that up. I looked at these Paul Goldsmiths. The Beam Team stuff's cool. The 150 is a parallel, but I decided against it. And then these are numbered to 299, Jalen Smith, and then also Jordan Nwora. Stuff like this should range between maybe like 3 on the very low end all the way up to like $10 or $12 shipped. I found a ton of these draft silver prisms from this year. Okai, he's on the Jazz. We also got a bunch of Walker Kesslers, a Christian Braun. He's on the Denver Nuggets. These are great. These are going to go for like 4 on up shipped. So at 50 cents, they're a no-brainer. And I found a lot of these parallels. They're pretty cool. I think they're a great deal. For 50 cents, I'm going to pick up this low-numbered Andre Drummond fast break parallel number to 100. I put back that Trey Murphy and LeBron James. I think this one sold right away. Got it for 50 cents. I ended up finding a ton more of these draft prism silvers and reds. The reds are numbered to 299, Obi Top, and I'm going to pick that up. This is a variant hyper Walker Kessler. Love that. Most of these are posted, like I've said, around $3 on up shipped. But at 50 cents a pop, I really can't lose. I'm picking up most of these. I didn't get every single rookie, but players that I knew. Also, it wasn't just basketball. I also got this Dimey Brown. You know, any silver prism of a offensive player, I'm going to pick up for 50 cents from the last couple years, especially if they're still in the league. I got a ton of these Walker Kesslers. He's on the Utah Jazz. That's my team. Here's a rookie number to 2023, the gold variation from this year's Topps. I'm going to pick that up at 50 cents. Here's one from this year, number to 299. Not even sure who that is, but it's numbered, so I'm going to pick it up. Jalen Duran, hyper widescreen. The widescreens are inserts, so I'm going to pick those up. Another hyper, and a couple more reds numbered to 299 from this year. Overall, this was a great haul for 50 cents a piece. I'm so glad I showed up at the right time. You gotta love that. I picked out, what was it, $30 worth of 50-cent cards, so 60 cards, and they hooked me up. Only charged me 20. I mean, 3 or 4 cards out of that, maybe 5 cards, will get all my $20 back. There was a couple really good hidden gems in there, which I explained, and I'm gonna go back to the house and start listing this and other stuff. And a lot of you have been asking about Card Dealer Pro and my Fujitsu scanner. So I'm gonna show you guys how the scanner works and how I can upload stuff in bulk on Card Dealer Pro. It's totally changed the game. I've went from, gosh, 300-400 cards total a year ago to over 4,000 cards right now. I have 5,000 items in my store, but it's also some garage sale stuff from my main channel, American Arbitrage. Some of you also asked about that channel, so I'll leave the link down below if you guys want to follow my garage sale adventures. But let's go check that out. I'll show you how I post using Card Dealer Pro. It's pretty awesome. So we've transported magically a few days in the future, and you can see my mess behind me. I'm always dealing with cards and other stuff that I'm listing on eBay. I'm going to do just a brief kind of tutorial on what I do with the Card Dealer Pro and the scanner. I will do a full-length video one of these weeks that goes more in depth. If you have specific questions, let me know. But I'm going to show you using just a few cards that I have laying right here that will go on Card Dealer Pro. Let me show you the process. So Card Dealer Pro does do best with kind of like a little older cards, non-chrome cards. It may still miss a couple of these. It's not 100% perfect. And also the scanner is sometimes not going to always get the cards perfect. Chrome stuff like this doesn't do the best, unfortunately, but I still do it sometimes, and some of it comes through. The cool thing is, you know, even if your card doesn't show up in Card Dealer Pro, you can type it in, and it's still a lot quicker than doing them individually on eBay. Also, shout out Clyde the Glide. I got a bunch of Clyde the Glide cards and a few Chris Webbers. So I have the Card Dealer Pro app on my MacBook. I'm just going to click on that. And then I'm going to go up here and log in. I'm going to go ahead and create a new batch, and then I'm going to add a few things in here. I usually just put what the sport is, basketball, and then the date. I think it's the 12th. You don't do like dots or hyphens. I don't think it catches that, or it just makes it complicated. And then I pick the sport. I already have templates. I don't think this is the template part, but I have templates when I'm finishing this. This is going to be basketball. And then I usually do a starting price at $1.50 free shipping, and then I edit as needed. And then I create this batch. Here is the one that I just created, basketball. I'm going to click into this, and then I'm going to go to add cards. There's my scanner right there, already ready to go. Scan, and then let me show you how this works. I kind of have this little box. I don't know what I got this box from that catches the cards. There's better ways to do this. I'm not super worried with this low-end stuff getting kind of shot into this. You can be more careful if you choose, but I'm going to start scanning, and then it's going to go. You can have your cards in sleeves. You can have them in top loaders. You can have them without top loaders. It's not 100% perfect. Sometimes it takes a second. Sometimes it skips over things. You got to check. Like sometimes the last two cards, I think it got the last two cards, but sometimes it skips them. And here's what they look like. So occasionally there's going to be a little issue like that one. I could redo that one. It's not really that big of a deal. This one's a little off with the scanner, but overall it's pretty good. You just add to the batch. Then you add in view bat. Okay, so now we are in the basketball one I just created. Those are all the cards. A couple of them didn't come out right, like that one, so I'm just gonna delete it. Gonna delete that, and then another one didn't turn out right. See, this one hit a couple cards at once. I'm just gonna delete that. See how that kind of turned out? That happens, no biggie. This is just gonna give you a basic idea of how to do it though. This one actually turned out okay. It looked like it didn't, but it did. So I got like 12 of the cards to work perfectly. Sorry, it's pending right now, and now it's closed, so that means all these cards are now transporting over on Card Dealer Pro on my browser. So let me go to Google Chrome. Now you can see it processing and uploading on Card Dealer Pro. Now I have a MacBook, which means I use the Card Dealer Pro scanning functionality. If you have a Windows computer, they've told me that's much better. You can use Fujitsu's actual scanning app or application on your computer. It's much better, I've heard. So this isn't perfect, but with the MacBook, it works. And, you know, this is a much, much quicker process, especially when you're uploading hundreds at a time. This is a very small batch. Sometimes I do this when I have a couple really cool cards or something, but this is just mostly to show you guys, and you could do hundreds upon hundreds of cards within an hour. So not bad. It matched 11, and I need to manually review 1. The one it wants me to manually review is this one. So all you have to do, and I'm using one hand right now, is just type in the year, the set, the player, and it will find it 99% of the time, especially with these older ones. And then you want to double check because sometimes it gets the wrong card. So this is not the Italian edition of this Upper Deck card, so I'm going to have to change that. Basically, you go and edit everything. Sometimes, depending on how many matches there are, this could be 2 or 3 minutes, or it could be an hour. If you have 100 cards, you need to go check everything. So right now, I'm just going through each one of these cards and checking them. This is 1989 Fleer Clyde Drexler. That's the scan. That's the card in the database, so that's good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and click past that. Here's that one. Do you see how it's kind of cut off? So since I don't like that one, I'm actually going to go out back to this, and I'm going to get rid of that one because it's not worth the hassle for a $1.50 card. I'm just going to remove it, and I'll try it again later in another batch or something. Now I'm going to go back. This was the one that was the Italian edition, the European edition. So sorry, guys, this is not going to be set up perfectly because I'm doing this one hand. So I'm going to have to go type this in. Let me show you how I do that. It's a 1992 Upper Deck. So 1992 Upper Deck. I just type in upper. You don't even need to do the whole thing. Clyde. And then make sure you're in basketball. And then look it up. It's number 132. I'll just make sure it is the number 132. 132. And there we go. Now we have the right Clyde Drexler. So another thing I like to do now that I've gone through these, I had to delete a few on this batch. And there's always a few you're going to have to do that. I like to go through the spreadsheet view and just double check, because sometimes there's going to be an issue like it found a number to 499 version, like a bronze parallel or something, and then you didn't notice it. So I just like to double check. And another thing I like to double check with Card Dealer Pro, I like to make sure they all say ungraded. Very rarely they'll say graded and you don't notice it. You want to make sure there's no issue there. Then you just go to export batch, export using eBay CSV. And then I have different templates. This is a basketball template. I have everything set up. I'm in Vegas. I have my store category number for basketball cards, fixed price, everything. And then I go next. And then this is pretty simple. It's just only 9, so I'm going to create a CSV. So after you download that CSV file, you just go into eBay, go under reports, and then you just upload that report. If you have 9 cards like this batch or 500 cards, It will upload them all onto eBay. It could take a few minutes if you have a lot of cards, and then you may go from 3,000 to 3,500 listings just like that. And that's how I've grown my eBay with cards in the last few months. It's been awesome. I enjoy it. I'm trying to build it. It's still not consistent. I only have about, like I said, 46, 47, 4,800 cards. I feel like once I get to 10,000, once I get up to 20,000, it'll be a little bit more consistent. Of course, my sell-through rate is going to drop because the quality of cards, I'm not thinking I'm going to be able to get nothing but, high-end rookie cards up there. There's going to be a lot of, cool cards I like, but maybe slow sellers. But I think it'll start to be a little bit more consistent. And then I add that with my regular, eBay sales that I do. I just sold like an In-N-Out cookie jar yesterday. I sell all sorts of random stuff. But my favorite thing is to sell cards. And I appreciate you guys watching this channel. If you want to watch more bargain bin videos, that's what I do. Please sub and also give me a thumbs up so people know that this is a halfway decent video, I hope. Thank you guys. Take care.